My name is Lee Koutsaris, and I'm the Vice President of Sales, Marketing, and Design at Metropia. I am responsible for developing all the sales programs in our communities, which involves designing the perfect suite mix, livable suite layouts, and crafting beautiful kitchen and bathroom designs that have led to some of the most successful sales programs throughout the GTA. I am also responsible for developing the amenity programming in our communities and deciding what the overall design aesthetic and interior inspirations will be. Over my past 8 years at Metropia, our team has worked hard to become known as a builder who develops A-plus locations. Our dedication to our craft leads us to build communities that become landmarks in the resale market, and that has earned us a strong reputation for developing places that people not only want to live in, but that people really want to call their home. I had the pleasure of meeting Mansour over 10 years ago when we worked on our first building together.
Well, the history of our firm and the genesis of our firm was really here on St. Clair. I have spent my entire architectural career, spanning a few decades, practicing architecture right here on St. Clair. Many of the towers that you see lining St. Clair and around the corner on Yonge Street have been designed by us over the last almost 100 years. So in designing the form of the building, there were two very important contextual elements that we had to respond to. One was the heritage building that fronts on Yonge Street, but the other equally important one was the apartment building immediately to the north. The heritage building has this, red brick tone with terracotta accents, two-tone building, very interesting, very subtle. It doesn't, speak too loudly, but it really integrates wonderfully into the streetscape. The architectural palette that we chose for the tower was intentionally distinctive and different from the palette of the base. We wanted that to stand on its own. We didn't want to come up with a material palette that competes with it or blends in with it in a manner that confuses the reading of what's old and what's new. The tower is articulated formally by creating these two vertical shafts. One of them facing west is black. The one facing east overlooking Yonge Street is white. The black elements of the building are articulated with a very rational orthogonal grid that frame these beautiful punch windows that give you incredible access to views and to daylight. The white element, the grid gets a little more playful. It moves around, it integrates balconies with that same beautiful slope profile that we found on the heritage building, and it has a personality and a character of its own. And they really speak to you. This is something that will become a defining element of this tower. When you drive down or walk down Yonge Street and look at this building perched at the top of the hill, it's going to speak to you.
Also, what makes the Hill really special, being in one of the most prestigious neighborhoods in Toronto, we have still designed suites that are focused on creating affordably sized units in one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Toronto. Our suite layouts will make the Yonge St. neighborhood attainable to a wide array of buyers and allow many the opportunity to purchase their first home in this extremely renowned area. Yonge St. Clair and the neighborhoods surrounding this gem of a location are some of the most sought after and livable neighborhoods in Toronto.
It's highly walkable. You're walking past beautiful parks and open spaces all the way down Yonge Street, and before you know it, you're past Summerhill, You're in the heart of Yorkville.
And the best of Bloor Street, which we also all know and love. So Mansoor, what would you say is a highlight of living at Yonge St. Clair?
Well, you know, the thing I love about St. Clair is it's not just a commercial street or a residential street. It's truly mixed use. I mean, just look at this. You know, there's a residential building right next to an office building lining the street. There are beautiful restaurants, cafes. There's opportunities for indoor seating and dining, outdoors, patios.
Tell me a little bit more about the connectedness of Yonge and St. Clair.
The streetcar, the connectivity that you get on St. Clair, the connection to transit, whether it's the streetcar, Yonge and St. Clair, the subway is right there. You know, banking institutions, all of the conveniences of daily life that you're looking for, whether it's the grocery store or, you know, the bank or access to transit, dining, cafes, it's all right here. And that integration of residential with commercial, with retail, with entertainment, connected to transit, highly walkable. It's what makes it such a lively street. It doesn't go dead at 5 p.m. when everyone leaves their offices and goes home, because there's a bunch of people who are coming home and they live right here on St. Clair and they want to get out on the streets. They want to visit the grocery store. It's right there. They want to go to one of the restaurants, and there's people walking up and down St. Clair at all hours of the day and night. And what's amazing is there's a real sense of community here. You'd be walking up and down St. Clair and you'll run into 10 people that you've known or lived close to or worked with, because it's got this kind of intimate communal feel to it. And that's really what I love about St. Clair. It's safe, it's got a real neighborhood feel to it. It's a true mixed-use street. And then you combine that with being perched on the hill. Isn't that wonderful? Don't you love that about Toronto? This whole idea that the city is really completely integrated with nature. And then when you look around you and you see these beautiful tree canopies and the skyline of the city in the background, for me that's magical, unlike many others in Toronto.
We've talked to Mansoor about the architectural details of the hill. Now, what's better than continuing the discussion with Sam Frum, Vice President, Investments, to hear his thoughts on this unique community.
Metropia is so excited to be launching the Hill residences at Yonge and St. Clair. It's imperative to buy from a developer you trust. And at Metropia, we take great pride in being known as an industry leader in the GTA, and our entire team works hard every day to continue to make sure we do so. Our president, founder, and CEO, Howard Sokolowski, is an industry leader and icon who's been developing homes for over 40 years. His vision, passion, and dedication to developing complete communities where people want to live has led to incredible success and high-quality communities. When Metropia had the opportunity to acquire the lands for the Hill, we made the decision in a second. We knew that condominium residences at Yonge and St. Clair would be a smashing success. The Hill will be imbued with many personal touches from the Metropia team, with myself having grown up just around the corner and many members of our team continuing to live in the area. We're so excited to be bringing a condominium to this location. Serving as the gateway between Yorkville and Forest Hill, you will get a sense of the diversity, vibrance, and eclectic amenities that are all in close proximity. A true mixed-use neighborhood, there's no shortage of retail, dining, and services abound. From top restaurants, chic boutiques, and local grocery stores, as well as ample parks and green space to bask in nature's beauty. Exploring the neighboring communities, residents of the Hill will easily enjoy access to some of Toronto's most established and affluent neighborhoods, like Yorkville, Summerhill, Rosedale, and South Hill. You will have the opportunity to live amongst the city's most luxurious properties. One of the Hill's most unique and exciting attributes is its immediate proximity to some of Toronto's most prestigious private schools, including Upper Canada College, the Bishop Strachan School, the York School, St. Michael's College, De La Salle, and many others. The Hill is the perfect location for a young family that values education. we're so excited to be bringing a condominium to this location.